Hi, welcome to ADFtraining.com's ADF beginners course. Let's quickly build an app without knowing what is what about ADF. Let's see the power of ADF now. We'll build one small application. It's a to-do application quickly. So I'm going to create this to-do application. I'll be using a custom table, so I have a script for that. I'll share this up with this video as well, so you can create this table. So the table is created. The sequence is already created in my previous run, so it won't allow you to create one more time. All right. So I have the tables now. Let's go to business component from tables. We'll connect to the local DB. Okay. We'll pick up the to-do entity. To-do app A. Now I have created the model components directly from the table. For creation of to-do, we'll have to put an expression. Okay, so my model layer components are ready. It will be exposed in the data control. I'm going to create one small page using the responsive template. I'll say to do .jsf. Go to the source view. Okay, I'll use the data control. On the start, I'm going to show a list, table list view, area list view. We'll use the panel grid layout for more control. The columns are going to be like uh, two columns and two rows, but I'll be merging this two into one. Okay, so I merged this. Also, I'll reduce the column one size to say 10%. Now it looks like this. To do task ID, I'll be displaying in the GC1 comma 2 this place. I'll be displaying the task name, and I'll show the due date on the GC2 comma 2. So that's the left panel. On the center, I'll be showing a form. What the form is going to do is it'll allow us to row navigation is not required, and the task task idea is also not required, and let the who columns everything be there. Okay, I've created the form. I'll surround this panel form layout with the panel box so that I get extra space for putting the additional buttons. In the panel box we have something called toolbar, so put the toolbar inside this, and here I'm going to add few more buttons. One is for creating the new record, create insert. This one I'll be calling it as add task, and then we'll delete the task. Yeah, that's it. And then we'll add few more buttons from the AM for save and cancel. This one we'll call it as save, and the rollback, this one we'll call it as cancel. Now let us run this page and see how it looks like. Because there is no data, that's why it is this side is empty. Let's add a new task. See, we have to fix the UI hints. The task name is first task. We'll call this as first task description. Due date is say 1 week down the line. I will call the priority as high and completed as down. Okay, now it has been created. It will not refresh on the left hand side because we need to give the partial triggers, all those stuff. So you see the first task has been created. Now let us clean this UI by setting some UI hints. The task name, the UI hints, I'll set this to say a width of 30. Task description as well as a width of 30. Okay, so now it has been adjusted. See, these are all who columns should have been auto populated. For that I will set the track change history. Okay, so let's add one more task. Now you see these fields are auto populated, and we'll call it as second task. See, the second task is also populated. Now we have to make some quick adjustments like the task description and the labels we need to fix. Task description needs to be like 2 rows, and we want the priority to be auto selected and the completed to be checkbox, and we need one more panel box to display the history columns. Let's do that. So we'll get a panel box. We'll call this as history. Surround this the panel form layout. So all these fields are actually read only. Read only is true. This panel form layout will have 2 columns and 2 rows. Okay, this is set. Task description is going to have 2 rows. The labels we can fix it here as well. Task name, call it as description. This one as due date, and rest everything is fine. The priority is going to be a drop down list. Now let's see how the page looks like. So you see that now we have 2 regions, 2 panels. One is for the main panel, and the other one is for the history. So now the history can be closed. The task description is actually 2 rows, and the due date is also there. The priority we have to make it as a drop down, and then the completed flag is going to be a checkbox. We'll have a static list LOV as priority LOV. Code is going to have values like high. This is high. This is normal, and I will keep it as normal. Not required. So we created one static list of value which we are going to attach to the attribute called priority. So in that we have list of values, and then we'll go here, we'll select the view definition priority LOV, and we'll select the code, and in the UI hints we'll show the name. It's going to be a choice list. So now we have created these things. Priority and completed we'll remove. We'll redrag. Priority one, we will drag this as a list of single selection, select one choice, and then the completed we'll drag it as a boolean checkbox. The selected value is going to be Y, and then unselected value is N. I'll save this. Let us run this page. So you see the drop down is there. You can choose high or normal, and then you can select completed or something like that. So if this task has been completed, I can put task has been completed. If you look at the modified on and modified by has been automatically created. So now I have a small app which does the adding a task, deleting a task, and saving that, updating the task, all those things. I can do that with this small application. Thank you for watching this training program. Bye.